They're saying Leonardo DiCaprio has fled to Italy to avoid the P. Diddy debacle.
Leonardo DiCaprio left the country just days after Diddy was found guilty on federal charges related to trafficking and assault. This comes after years of both being seen at the same elite industry parties, Miami, LA, even that 2016 Cannes yacht event that's now being re-examined online. Their social circles overlap heavily. Now people are asking if Leo's silent move was just a vacation or a strategic disappearance. And here's where it shifts. A new allegation just surfaced involving a 2015 party hosted by Diddy, where a woman claims she was assaulted by a well-known actor. Was it Leo? And if yes, would he be behind bars soon? We'll answer all your questions, but before we do, make sure you've subscribed to our channel. Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Diddy Combs aren't strangers. This isn't just a case of two celebrities bumping into each other at award shows. These two have shared space. Frequently.
Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Without a doubt.
Same parties, same inner circles, same elite invite-only events. And there's one photo that people keep coming back to. Leo and Diddy at Diddy's infamous white party, both dressed in all white, surrounded by celebrities, models, and billionaires. At the time, that photo looked like just another Hollywood power moment. But now it's being looked at very differently. Diddy's white parties were known for being more than just parties. They were ultra-private, strictly no press, and reportedly wild behind the scenes. Phones were banned. Guests were hand-picked. And what happened inside? Nobody was supposed to talk about it.
There's one photo from the white party in the year 2000 that shows a younger Leonardo DiCaprio clad in a white t-shirt and shorts, hanging out with Puffy and a number of other people, and they're holding a bottle of something fun. So once upon a time, somebody asked Puffy, hey, who's the number one person you want to invite to the white party? And he didn't even flinch, he didn't even pause, he said, Leonardo DiCaprio, which, interesting that he didn't say any of his other besties like Ashton Kutcher. Now, the last time these two were seen together was in 2019, but they were also seen together in 2004 during the Democratic National Convention. But I think the last time on record was the 50th birthday party in 2019.
So when Leo was photographed there, clearly comfortable, clearly welcome, it told people one thing. He wasn't just a guest, he was part of the inner circle. That image has resurfaced everywhere since the guilty verdict dropped. It's no longer just a flex. People are asking, what did Leo know? What did he see? And why hasn't he said a word? It gets even more suspicious when you look at the timeline. Just days after Diddy's verdict was made public, Leo quietly left the country. He vanished. And in the middle of one of the biggest scandals to hit Hollywood this year, that move doesn't feel random. It feels strategic. Now, people are digging deeper, trying to figure out whether Leo was just an A-lister caught in the same scene, or someone who knew exactly what was happening behind closed doors.
Leonardo DiCaprio going on a 19-year-old? Like, bro, what do you talk about?
Yeah, what
do you talk about? Unless she's the most genius, brilliant, world-traveled, nuanced.
Right after Diddy's guilty verdict, a new allegation came to light, this time tied to a 2015 private party hosted at a secluded estate in Los Angeles. According to multiple sources close to the situation, Leonardo DiCaprio was among the attendees that night. The party was invitation only, attended by actors, music producers, and high-profile industry insiders, many of whom had long-standing ties to Diddy's social circle. The event, now under quiet review by investigators, is being re-examined for what allegedly happened behind closed doors. The woman at the center of the new claim has shared consistent details about the party's environment, tightly controlled, off-limits to press, and allegedly unsafe for some of the women involved. Her report names no specific celebrity participants in the abuse, but multiple attendees, including DiCaprio, have now been confirmed to have been present during key parts of the evening. DiCaprio's involvement isn't connected to the allegation itself. There is no accusation directed at him, but his presence at the event places him in the proximity of serious criminal behavior now being reviewed.
Connection to the music industry continues to follow him. his history, in particular with Sean Diddy Combs. Despite being on vacation, fans still remind him of his ties to the entertainer and business exec, whose parties are now under federal scrutiny. Like many other celebrities, DiCaprio attended numerous Diddy parties over the past 30 years. In the 90s, as his star was rising, the Oscar-winning winner often mingled.
Given his repeated history of attending Diddy's private gatherings, his appearance there is being treated as part of a wider pattern of who had access to these spaces and what they may have witnessed. The timing of the resurfaced claim has only added pressure. With Diddy's legal battles now escalating, attention is expanding beyond just the core allegations to those who were part of the scene. And DiCaprio, who had often been seen in close circles with Diddy during that period, is being pulled deeper into the public conversation.
Ever since P. Diddy, Puff Daddy's arrest, these actors are in a lot of hot water. You got Leonardo DiCaprio back in the 90s in a picture at an all-white party formed by Diddy. Honestly, what does he know? Like, he probably has seen some things he wished he hasn't seen, or he probably participated in. Either way, it's not a good look.
While he hasn't responded, made any public comment, or acknowledged being at the party, but his sudden international departure after the verdict broke has only amplified suspicion. It's not about guilt by association, it's about proximity to a timeline that's quickly tightening. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio isn't the only major name tied to Diddy. As the internet digs deeper, more celebrities are being named for their connection to the same private events now under scrutiny.
Diddy is not the only person that has these parties where they have people wrangling a bunch of young women or guys or whatever too. Diddy didn't let you bring your security in the party. There's nobody carding at the door. There's no regulation. The reason is because these guys want to have a bunch of women around, and what happens when you mix that with a bunch of liquor and other things, when the regular party goes home, what happens after everybody's gone? So now as you see this unfold, my wonder is, well, why weren't people able to have their protection with them when they were in the room?
Among those names is Jay-Z. Jay-Z's long-standing connection to Diddy has never been a secret. They shared stages, business ventures, luxury trips, and private celebrations for years. But now, claims are emerging that Jay-Z was more than just a guest at some of those infamous invite-only parties.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D-Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
According to several anonymous sources cited in sealed testimony and leaked documents, he was present at multiple gatherings now flagged in the investigation, some of which are tied to serious allegations of trafficking and exploitation. One claim suggests that he attended a 2016 overseas event where certain women were allegedly trafficked and under false pretenses. Another points to a private NYC penthouse party in 2017 where security was told to turn a blind eye to specific VIP areas. While none of these accounts accuse Jay-Z of directly participating in any criminal acts, they do place him in spaces where abuse allegedly occurred, spaces that are now being legally scrutinized. He's not the only name in the mix. A Grammy-winning singer reportedly flew out guests for Diddy-hosted weekends in the Caribbean. A top-tier actor was allegedly seen entering a restricted back area during a 2015 Los Angeles event, one now confirmed to be under review. Even a billionaire tech executive has been loosely tied to logistics behind certain private jet transfers used for transporting talent and guests. What links all these names together is a pattern. High-powered men showing up to the same closed-door parties, keeping everything off the record, and leaving before the stories ever leaked. Some were regulars, some were hosts, and all, according to these growing claims, were in the room. Now, just because Diddy was found guilty in one case doesn't mean the rest of his world is off the hook. In fact, it's only the beginning.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been cleared of the most serious allegations in his New York trial, being found not guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Combs was only found guilty on the count of transporting women for prostitution. The outcome spares Combs from a mandatory 15-year prison term and the potential for a life sentence. The judge in the trial will consider whether Mr. Combs should be released on bond at a 5 p.m. hearing, with sentencing to take place at a later date. It is not clear how severe Combs' punishment will be.
Many people online are asking the same thing. If Diddy wasn't proven guilty in the Cassie case, does that mean he didn't do anything? But that's not how this works. There are multiple cases still active, several with sealed documents, ongoing investigations, and new names surfacing almost weekly. This includes not just other alleged victims, but also celebrities who were consistently present at the same parties, on the same jets, and inside the same locked-down mansions. Leonardo DiCaprio is now being heavily discussed because of his past appearances at events linked to Diddy's inner circle. While he hasn't been accused of anything illegal, his name is in the conversation because of his proximity and because he stayed completely silent. Diddy's guilty verdict doesn't mean the system worked. It means one case went through. The real story is still building. The allegations are layered, the legal heat hasn't cooled down, and most of the people involved haven't even been touched by official charges yet. What do you think about the testimony and the shocking details coming out in court? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.